Hello everyone, I am Aditya Deshmukh. Today I will talk about AI enablement programs for organization. What is the need, what it entails, and how it benefits. Imagine your entire organization using artificial intelligence with confidence. Not a handful of early adopters, but everyone, every day. That is what this program delivers. It is vendor neutral by design. We enable your people on whichever frontier models and tools you choose. And it is complete. Training, guidance, governance, and a center of excellence, all built in. You have made the investment. This is how you turn it into an advantage that reaches your whole population and lasts. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Around 80% of employees have access to artificial intelligence tools, but fewer than 30% use them weekly in their real work. And the people who use them heavily are seeing 20 to 40% productivity gains. The gap is no longer about access, it is about adoption. Every license sitting unused is advantage slipping away. That is exactly the gap a guided enablement program is built to close. This advantage is real, available today, and perishable. Organizations that enable their people now build durable habits before competitors, surface their best use cases, and grow a culture that compounds. Those that wait play catch up while the gap widens and pay far more later to undo bad habits and retrofit governance. Habits built early compound for years. Habits built late cost far more to correct. The moment to move is now. Let me be clear about something that changes everything. The hard part was never the technology. The technology already works. The hard part is people changing how they work. Without structure, employees treat these tools like a search box or ignore them. Without role specific guidance, they get generic results and give up. And without real enablement, you have bought a gym membership nobody uses. Tools change nothing until people change their habits. And changing habits at scale is a discipline, not an accident. And here is the part leaders feel most, even after their people start adopting. The ground keeps moving. New flagship models arrive every few months. The number of tools, programming interfaces, connected systems, and agents keeps multiplying, and with it, the complexity. What worked last quarter is rarely the best way to work today. So the need to learn never really stops. This is the hardest part of enterprise AI, not getting started, but keeping up. And it is exactly why enablement cannot be a one-time event. It has to be continuous, carried by your own experts and champions, so your whole organization stays current as the landscape evolves. This is where the real change happens, and where most programs fall short. Lasting adoption needs two things at once. People must learn new skills, and the organization must change how it behaves. Learning and change management must move together. We do not hand your teams a library of videos and walk away. Experienced trainers and subject matter experts guide every step, shifting behavior while they build skill. That combination is what turns a short program into a permanent capability, the difference between training that is forgotten and change that lasts. And here is something that matters more every quarter. We are platform neutral by design. You are not locked into one vendor. Whether your organization has chosen OpenAI's GPT-5 family, including GPT 5.5, Google's Gemini 3.5 and Gemini Omni, Anthropic's Claude Opus 4.8 and Sonnet 4.6, Microsoft 365 Copilot, or open models such as Meta's Llama, we enable your people on the tools you actually use. Many enterprises run more than one, and that is fine. We build around your stack. And because the model landscape changes constantly, your enablement is designed to evolve with it, not be frozen to a single version. So here is how we close that gap, and it rests on three things. First, an expert-led curriculum, guided by seasoned trainers and subject matter experts. Second, content built around your real work, your chosen platforms, and your people. And third, everything included: training, guidance, governance, and help standing up a center of excellence. Plus, proof you can take to your board. We close the gap between access and adoption, and we stay until the change holds. Here is the shape of it. 6 weeks, structured and guided, reaching your whole organization, every employee, not just a pilot group. 4 tracks: knowledge worker, developer, leadership, and champion. It works with the models you choose, one or several. It includes governance and help standing up a center of excellence. And it certifies a network of champions who keep enablement going. From kickoff to graduation, our experts run everything. Your people simply show up and grow. One program, 4 journeys, because different roles need different things. The knowledge worker track is for everyone. Practical skills like prompting, working with long documents and spreadsheets, building reusable prompts and custom assistants, and comparing outputs across models. The developer track goes technical: programming interfaces, tool and function calling, retrieval augmented generation, agentic workflows, evaluations, and command line tools. The leadership track covers strategy, return on investment, change management, governance, and standing up a center of excellence. And the champion track builds your internal advocates. Each track is anchored in real, hands on use cases. Let me ground this in real work, because that is where value comes from. These use cases show up across every track in nearly every team: drafting and editing emails, documents, and proposals, summarizing long documents, threads, and meetings, research and analysis, working with spreadsheets and data, turning meeting transcripts into action items, searching your own knowledge, generating and reviewing code, and handling customer support. We teach each of these on your actual work with your chosen models, so people see value in week 1, not month 3. This is the arc your people travel, and it is deliberate. Week 0 is preparation and setup. In weeks 1 and 2, everyone learns together, building a shared foundation and a common language. From week 3, the tracks branch by role and go deep where it matters, including governance for leaders. By the final weeks, your people are not just learning, they are applying, building, and teaching others, finishing with a capstone and graduation. Shared foundations first, role-specific mastery second, lasting capability last. A program is only as good as its feedback loops, so we build them in at every step. After each session, a short knowledge check, live office hours multiple times a week across regions for real-time help, a midpoint pulse survey so we can adjust the second half based on what your people tell us, post-session surveys for continuous feedback, a graded certification assessment for champions, and at the close, a full report with every measure, the best use cases surfaced, and recommendations. We do not wait until the end to find out it worked. We measure and adjust as we go. This is an indicative 6-week schedule finalized with you at kickoff. Reading left to right. The knowledge worker track in blue runs first, so everyone builds a shared foundation. From week 3, the developer track in green and the champion track in purple run in parallel, going deep by role. Program events in red, the midpoint survey, the all hands, and graduation punctuate the journey. Every session runs in both a morning and an afternoon wave to cover all time zones. The dates and sessions flex to the platforms and tracks you choose. A real concern leaders have is the hidden burden these programs put on their teams. So here is what you receive. Every session comes complete: a branded slide deck with facilitator notes, a standards-based package that loads into your learning platform, a quiz, a workbook, a full facilitator guide, and ready-to-use prompt cards. This is not a one-time event that evaporates. Your learning team gains a complete reusable library they can use for years. This is the single most important slide for lasting value, and it speaks directly to one of your core objectives. Frontier models change constantly: new versions, new capabilities, new tools every few months. A one-time program cannot keep up with that. Champions can. We identify and certify internal advocates who, after we are gone, run their own sessions, maintain your prompt library, and critically, roll out each new model and feature as it arrives, onboard new hires, and keep momentum alive. Enablement stops being a one-time event and becomes a continuous capability your organization owns. As the technology evolves, your champions keep your whole population current. Skills alone are not enough at enterprise scale. You need guardrails and structure. And this is where we go well beyond training. First, clear governance, an acceptable use policy, data security guidance, and usage standards your risk and legal teams can endorse. Second, a center of excellence. We help you stand up the team, structure, and operating rhythm that owns artificial intelligence going forward. And third, lasting structure, roles, decision rights, and a roadmap so adoption is managed and intentional, never accidental. A practical question every operations leader asks: will this create another system to manage? No. Everything we deliver loads directly into the learning platform you already run. You get the content, knowledge checks, completion tracking, and scores with no new system, no new login, and no new technology project. Your people learn where they already learn. Here is what truly sets us apart. We do not deliver generic training. Before we begin, we learn your industry, your tools, and the real tasks your people do every day. And we build those into every session. When the examples come from someone's actual job, the learning transfers immediately. Every engagement is customized. Nothing is off the shelf. Scale and geography are not obstacles. Whether you have 500 people or 5,000, in one city or 12 countries, the program flexes to fit, delivered live across every region with recordings and self-paced options so no one is left behind. Here is what you can expect to measure. Within 6 weeks, more than 70% of your people actively using the tools, measured by real activity. 20 to 40% time saved on the tasks we focus on. A fully certified champion network, and governance and a center of excellence in place. We measure all of it, and you own both the results and the proof. Transparency matters, so here are the exact measures we hold ourselves to: attendance, quiz results, champion certification, participant satisfaction, and on time delivery, each tracked by a clear method. And at the close, you receive a full report with every measure, the best use cases your people surfaced, and recommendations for what to build next. That report becomes your roadmap. Let me make the lasting value concrete. You keep everything, every slide deck, package, workbook, guide, quiz, and prompt card, plus your governance policy and a full final report. More than 160 materials fully branded to you, yours to reuse forever with no recurring fees. Even after the program ends, you keep extracting value, onboarding new hires, refreshing teams, and scaling internally on your own terms. So why do it this guided, expert-led way? 4 reasons. Deep expertise across every major platform. Real customization. We learn your business and your stack before we teach. End-to-end delivery. Training, expert facilitation, governance, and a center of excellence, all handled. And built-in sustainability. The champion network means the change continues by design. You are partnering with experienced practitioners who stay until it sticks. Getting started is faster than you would expect. 4 simple steps. A discovery conversation where we learn your goals and which platforms you have chosen. A scoping proposal. A kickoff where our experts build everything and you approve. And then delivery, the full guided program. From a signed agreement to launch can be as little as 4 weeks. You need no training experience on your end. Our experts handle all of it. So here is the decision. You have already invested in artificial intelligence. The only question left is whether you will capture the return across your whole organization on the platforms you have chosen with the governance, structure, and champions to make it last as the technology keeps changing. If you are ready to turn your investment into a real, lasting advantage, the next step is a single conversation. Let's design a guided program around your business and make this the change your people actually want to make.